Hello. Emojis. Certainly see those. I'm just getting the last of what I need to get set up. And we'll be good to go. Isn't that my clock? What's 8 o'clock for me? I am an hour behind from standard time. I am almost good. You hear me or you can't hear me? Because I can turn myself up. Just a smidgen. I don't want to be too powerful though. Because I usually whisper. You just mute the waterfall. But okay. Dun. We should go ahead and jump over. Efficatuate. You can? Okay, good. Let me know if I made myself too loud, because I think I will probably end up getting louder. But hua did you do? Fingies and all. Let me just quickly move some stuff. I had everything laid out all nice. But we cannot keep it this way. I just pulled out everything I needed for the I almost said centipede. Mantis. Or mantis. So, I went ahead and separated the first thing out. But to make this one go quicker, because I think the beetle is going to take me longer. Oh yeah, you can see, of course. I have it still sitting here. So I finished the butterfly. So it's like kind of articulated, so you can kind of pose the wings. And got all this, and the bee. It's quite pretty. So yeah, I'm hoping, I separated out the first bag for this mantis, because this mantis is pretty small. So I'm hoping to get this one done, and then the beetle is going to be the real hurdle. Because that one is going to be interesting, because it's 3 bags. And 2 bags are just for the build, so I'm kind of nervous, considering how the butterfly went. But no, I'm excited. Once I have all of these built, I'll do like the whole lineup and everything. I'll probably make like a little video, maybe like a short. But I'm just gonna hop right into it. And 5, 3, 4, and 5. But I'm hoping I can get this mantis done within like an hour and a half, and then depending on how I feel, we'll do the others. I'll move this out of the way. Put it somewhere. Somewhere safe. Lord knows I do not want to rebuild that. Not 11 like the typewriter. I remember the booklet for the technical car, like the big technical car. It was like the manual was like this thick. It was hundreds of pages. It was ridiculous. Got this piece. And this piece. Gotta situate my stuff like I did yesterday. I don't want all this glare. There we go. A little more manageable. I do want to do the typewriter eventually though, because it does seem pretty cool. So we got our X. And this is the same as the other bases, so I think hopefully I'll get this done pretty quickly. And then we can dedicate most of our energy to the beetle, because I think the beetle is gonna be the hardest if the butterfly wasn't. Because this mantis looks pretty easy. Typewriter's the size of a Wikipedia, or like an encyclopedia, like a book. Which means it's to scale, which is ridiculous. It's pretty crazy. Dun dun dun. Okay. That's definitely one on the list that I want to do. My list keeps growing. I just don't know which ones I'll do first. Because I want to do all the botanicals, because they keep releasing more of them. And I really like the botanical sets. That's such a funky piece. Weird little thing. Okay. 2, 3. 1, 2, and a 3. Then our black borders should go on the pegs. Yeah, I'm hoping this one goes together pretty quickly. Like, I'm ballparking like an hour and a half. The original Sonic set? I didn't realize they had sets for Sonic. Makes sense though. Actually, you know what? I think I've seen those. It's like the little diorama set, I believe. I think I have seen that. It's been a while since I've gone through Lego Catalog though. I just looked at stuff. So I think I just have too much of a list already. But it's ever growing and ever changing. Man, these triangles get me. Rotates. And go a digging. Two. And a 3. Oh, where is my model? Shit, it was here a second ago. Uno momento. And I give up on the gloves. Honestly, it was way too hard to get, like, tile pieces on. But let me figure out what happened with that. Let me just throw this up real quick. Hello? Where did you go? That was weird. It was like OBS didn't see it. Hello? Where did you go? Oh. Okay. Weird. Okay. That was strange. It disappeared for a minute. It was working a moment ago though, right before I went on. It was like OBS didn't see it for a minute. But we're good now. Can't believe I totally missed that. She like was not in the corner. I also really enjoy my text screen because I needed it to be very chaotic and scared as much as I am when things don't work. So I threw it together really quickly because I was like, oh god, I need a screen just in case. And so I made that quick picture of me in the box, and then I just took some other stuff I had and threw it up there. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why it disappeared. So, if I disappear again, just yell at me. One, two, and a three. Yeah, I could not keep the gloves on because it's really hard to get the tiny pieces, and this is one of those sets that has a lot of tiny pieces. So I should have known better. Yeah, it is a good thing somebody's here, because I definitely would have just streamed for like at least an hour or two without noticing. Like I absolutely just would have totally forgot or wouldn't even notice. Because I kind of got OBS on tiny mode right now. So I can kind of see chat a little better. Okay. What the heck is this? So I need one big piece, 2, 3, 4 of these, and 2 buttons. 1 and a 2. Yeah, I definitely need to invest in some like tighter latex gloves if I'm going to keep doing things like this. So at an angle, this one touches the tip of this guy, and then this guy touches the tip of that guy, then I need the opposite of this piece. Okay, this guy. Do I have Discord? I actually don't, surprisingly. I never really got like super invested into doing shit like that, if I'm being honest. I don't know why. I just never bothered. I don't really play games all that much or talk to people online. I should probably change that though. Probably change that habit. What the? There we go. Got that. And this one goes right on the end. But no, I would consider myself very, like, not very active on the internet. I'm very much a lurker in every regard. Couldn't really pinpoint a reason why, though. What the... What happened? What is... Okay, so one. Wait, let me pull the pieces. So one of these. This guy. One. Two. Three, and that's four. And then it's two of these green corners. And a stud. It's a lot to do at once. Do I have any platform? Not at the moment. I'm still working on stuff. I don't really have a lot of my, like, social medias and stuff set up yet. Because that's kind of, like, not something I really thought about. I should, though. I will consider doing something about that probably over this weekend. Because I never really even, like, thought about the concept of, like, other people sending me stuff. So I have to, like, figure that out. This guy... Go here, I think. And this fellow go there. But no, I do need to still shake out some stuff like Discord and everything, because I didn't really, like, I didn't think about it. I don't really, like, ever had online friends or anything, so I never really, like, made Discord or considered it that much. So it's definitely something I gotta... Now I gotta think about. What if people need to contact me? Or made fan art? See, I didn't think about this. I didn't think about this because I didn't expect it so soon. I suppose I could just, give you the... You know what, let me think on that. I gotta think on this. It's definitely not something I actually, like, thought about yet. Because, like, I'm still in, like, baby mode, so I totally did not even, like, consider. Does that come in? Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, that's kind of why I started streaming to begin with, because I don't really interact with people. And I need to make a change to that. So, that in Discord kind of always scared me, because, you know, you hear about stuff all the time on Discord. So I kind of, like, got spooked out of it, of being like, maybe not. I never really, like, been a social media person. I'm very much an internet lurker. So now that I put myself into a position where I need to think about that, I never actually thought about it. But now I need to put some consideration into these things. Because in my mind, I was just like, I'll stream to nobody for like 6 months. And things kind of just did not go that way. I kind of exploded faster than I was expecting when it comes to, like, streaming, and especially. Like, I figured I'd just be here doing my thing for a bit and then just get tired of it eventually or something. But I've never actually really tried to like have any sort of internet presence before, because I was kind of taught the whole like you shouldn't put yourself online. So I never really like, I don't know, interacted on the internet. Probably for the better, but especially like as a kid I was told just, you know, don't do stuff online. But now I'm an adult and that's not really the concern anymore. I just thought streaming would be very fun. So I didn't really put any more like effort outside of the concept of streaming. Yeah, that would be nice. I think that'll do me some good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's 5? Oh. Oh, it's over here. But yeah, this is a lot of firsts for me, because really, I've never tried posting my art on the internet, and I've never really tried doing like content creation or like talking to people on the internet. I always kind of stayed far away from that stuff because it's always kind of spooked me. But I kind of hit a weird point where I'm like, man, friends are hard to make. I might as well just go ramble on the internet or something. Like, if I have a hard time going to people, then I'll just do the thing where people come to me, and then maybe it'll work. And it worked out a lot better than I was thinking. Okay, so put that over here for now. Get our big stick. So yeah, like the whole content creation thing's like super duper new to me. Like I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. I think of stuff and I'm like, that's fun, so then I do it. Or 1 second, I gotta think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay. So I was saying, yeah, I really have like very little knowledge of what I'm doing. I just kind of like I hit a point where I realized that I don't have to be a genius to like put stuff on the internet. I just like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of doing all these creative stuff and nobody seeing it or anything like that. And I was just kind of like lonely, so, and between jobs right now, so I had a lot of free time. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do this. It's pretty fun. But I appreciate the help though, because I will probably hit a wall eventually where I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Especially if it comes to stuff like I know a lot of streamers have like their own Discord servers and stuff like that for like fan interactions and all that, and like keeping up to date and that stuff, and I have no idea about any of that. So that'll probably be like a point where I'm like, because I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Or anything like even similar to that. But yeah, I'm shaking my stuff out. I'm figuring out things. Like I'm still figuring out if I want to stream on here or on Twitch, or like I really don't know what I'm necessarily up to. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Okay. We are on the right track. Yeah, see, that's the type of stuff that I really don't know about. So that would be like more stuff where I'd be like, damn, I need help with that. Because I really don't know how to maintain like the social media stuff per se, or like keep up with like interactive things. I would like to do that stuff, but I also don't know what I'm doing in that regard. So help would be appreciated. I just have to like figure out what the heck I'm doing. Alright, where's that piece? Okay, there it is. I was about to freak out a little. Cool. Okay. Flip. Then these two. Yeah, very much noob to all this stuff, but I enjoy the streaming aspect at the very least, and like making silly stuff, working on my model. That sort of stuff's really fun. Like the creative process, I really enjoy. I'm still figuring out like the YouTube bits, or like figuring out where I want to stream, because I'm still figuring out that stuff. Because I've been considering Twitch, because I know that's just where streamers go, but I also don't want to like go back to nothing, because I also don't know like how many people are willing to like jump over or like anything like that. So I don't really like, I want to rock the boat too much, you know, but also don't want to like smother myself opportunity wise. So it's weird. I've been having like these thoughts where I'm like, damn, maybe I should do this or maybe I should do that. So I'm cooking a lot right now. We're making up stuff as we go. But when it comes to like the joy of it, Lego. Building stuff, doing art. That's all I know that I want to do. I just gotta figure out how to make that work. So that's my current dilemma. That go there. Like I said, everything's in the air. I don't like have anything set in stone, like if I'm gonna necessarily go one place or another, because I don't mind YouTube, because honestly I can put everything just right here and I don't have to worry about like re-uploading stuff or like worrying like what's on what account. So I probably will not do Twitch. It's just that like, you know, everybody streams on Twitch, so I definitely considered it, and I do already have a Twitch account under this account. What? Oh, I see. This set keeps tripping me up. Like, I feel like I'm more confused than I've ever done any other set. There's so many weird little bits and bobs. But nah, it's all considerations. I'm just kind of processing everything, like what I should do. This 1, 2. But as for now, I'm kind of content on YouTube. I think it's easier just because everything is already all on one place. Like all my shorts are on here, all my videos are on here, all my streams are on here. Most of my following is over here, so it's just kind of easier. That's so weird. Look at that piece popped in. But I don't know. It's just been thoughts. Well, hello, Awesome Sauce. How you going? Flip. Okay. So we're doing the same thing, other side. But nah, I think I'm gonna keep it easy. probably gonna stick on YouTube for now, especially just because it's where most of my growth is. So I have no reason to leave. Ooh. It's easy to have everything here. I'm building the Mantis. We're working on the Mantis base. So the Beetle is the biggest, so I think I'm going to try to power through this Mantis in like an hour and a half, and then try to do as much of the Beetle as I can. It might just be the base, but I'm going to see how far I can get with it. And we might be able to finish it in tonight, and if not, probably just going to push it to Monday. But I want to see if I can, it's Friday, I can afford to just do everything as fast as I can. Take as much time as I need. It's the same, but in reverse. Bop. Yeah, we're building the Mantis. Right now it's just the base. The Mantis itself is still in the bag. So I think all of these have like a bag that's just base, and then the bag that's the actual pieces. Oop, I flipped it over. So like that. Nice. The white crown pieces. These are flowers. Yeah, these are flowers that the Mantis sits near. Like they probably like peg in on these holes or something. Like on these bits. Cause that's how the butterfly was. The butterfly was like that. It like pinned in. Ooh, we get to use these now. Oh, these funky pieces. These are like train set pieces. Okay, so one of these. Ooh. One of these. Two of these. One of those. One of those. And this guy. Oh, hello, Dark Skull. You spent your day in the police station? I hope it was nothing, like, major. I mean, if you were in the police station, it probably was. There. That's horrible. Hope it wasn't anything, like, major serious. Oh lord, which way is this supposed to be facing? This way. Connect. Right there. Next page. What? Oh, okay. I see. Need the other one. Yeah, need this guy. Had to get your girlfriend's dad out of jail? Jesus. That is rough. Not to be like, dang, that's rough, buddy, but like, it's horrible. Well, I hope you at least enjoy your time while you're here. Okay, what the heck? Do I need to like put this piece under? Or did I put the wrong piece? Oh, I put the wrong piece. That's why. But dang. Oh, I think I just put the same piece on. Yeah, I need the opposite of you. You. Now we're good. Oh no, your girlfriend's dad is going to jail. What? That can be either a good or a bad thing, depending on if he deserves it or not. I mean, I'm gonna assume it's a bad thing because anybody going to jail is usually bad. But also, goodbye, Art. You're good. Don't worry about having to dip or anything. You know how I am. I don't care. It's all good in that regard. Life happens, and it's a Friday night, so I don't expect anybody to waste their time on a Friday night. Is that it? Okay, that is it. But no, that sucks. At least having to like spend the day in jail sucks. I mean, I for one have had to deal with family in jail, but I was very young when it happened, so it wasn't really like impactful to me. It was just something that happened. So I really don't have any sort of experience in that regard, but I am empathetic because it is rough. Nope, I'm not even on camera. But yeah, I did make my model myself. It's basically from, oh lord, I lost my words. It's from Vroid. It's a Vroid model. Oh, then yeah. Okay, then yeah, he definitely deserves it. And there's no empathy in that regard. Any comments of empathy I made, I take back. That's definitely the worst case scenario. Which, why I said, some people deserve to be in jail. Honestly, at that point, it's good he's in jail. Should not be doing that. But no, the model I did make myself. It's all Vroid, and I made my hair, I made my clothes, my face. I mean, it's all sculpted in there, but it's, you know, it's not like default faces and stuff. And I try not to use like default clothes and everything unless I have to. So everything is like as original as I can make it outside of like skin textures. Man, I am missing... I must have flipped a piece. I think it's you. Yeah, it is. Keep flipping these pieces because they're mirrored. Keep confusing them. I'm trying to find a place with her brother. Well, good luck with that. Absolutely. That's rough. Where? There. I am content with being a comfy little spot. To at least not worry about that so much. But Vroid is a free software on Steam that is basically... Whew, this jazz got quick. But no, Vroid is a free software on Steam, or I believe it's free. It's mainly free, but you can make basically anime models. It's got like a big selection of like presets. It's basically a big character creator, like with as much custom characterization as you can. So it's very good for making models like these. And then I just took my 3D model and then I took screenshots of it and slapped it into a different software that makes it just a stagnant 2D. Only because it was easier than trying to set up face cam with this, like my webcam with, because I'm looking down a lot, so it didn't look good, so I just decided this was the better option. That's good, at least the person responded, Dark Skull. So hopefully that settles out pretty well. This piece. This thing looks like a cannon. Like, look at this, it's like sideways. Looks like a whole cannon. Won't snap in though. Get in there. There you go. Yeah, I hope everything works out. It's horrible. Again, why is this piece not right? So what did I screw up now? That edge is fine. This is fine. That's fine. It's gotta be on this side. I'm missing a piece. Like it's the wrong direction. Alright, well you do good, Dark Skull. Hope you have a decent weekend at the very least. How customizable is it? I don't know, I mean they make furries in there. Or like, they make the base using Vroid, and then they can customize it. There's a lot of people that customize using like Blender and Unity and use Vroid as a base. So it's versatile in that regard. But I'm not really that well experienced with 3D modeling like that. Because I kept it easy. So I've seen some crazy things, but I also don't know how easy or how hard it is to do stuff outside of Vroid. But I do know a lot of people take it outside into like Blender and Unity. I think I figured out my problem. These are supposed to face the same way. Uh-oh. Something catapulted. I see. Ooh. Something catapulted out of the way. I think it was one of the little study pieces. Yeah, it was one of these. I have a bunch of these. Thank God. Okay, so now this can face the right way. Oh, hello, George Lucas. A fine evening. There we go. Now we're getting it. Okay. I had to fix it there for a minute. It is in fact 60-some-year-old George Lucas here himself. Yeah, I probably should have made a proper PNG tuber, but I was kind of short on time, and I didn't feel like making that, so I just kind of took my 3D and slapped it. Looks cheap, but it is what it is. And for the PNG tuber, it's VOTube, I believe that's what it's called. But I try to use a lot of different types of software to get different results. Oh, we're done. Cool. And this just slides right in there. Cool. I hope this mantis comes together pretty quickly, because this beetle is imitating. Intimidating. Did I say that? Intimidating. Because I'm honestly kind of a little worried about it. Just a wee bit. Because it's pretty big. Mr. George Lucas and Miss Sauce. Okay. Sandwich. And then look at this little piece. Maybe if I can hold it up high enough. It's a ladybug. Look at that cutie. Gotta rotate it. Cool. Got this there. One second, my head is blocking these instructions. I use my head to block things that don't matter. But no, I love the ladybug. Very cute. Cute little guy. Little man. It's a lot of brain power to remember how these tile pieces go. So down and up. And then take these super tiny pieces. I could not do this with gloves on. I mean, I could. I have drawing tablet gloves, which have like the fingers missing in the first two. But I thought that looked lame. Oh, gotta go and find your Mr. Sauce. Oh, so he's potential future Mr. Sauce. That's all I'm hearing. Is he has the ability to be Mr. Sauce. What? This is a snug fit. I feel like I have to do this in bits. Oh, it's because I'm backwards. I'll just do it this way. You're so tiny. Yeah, he's honorary Mr. Sauce. He's got the potential to prove himself to be Mr. Sauce. Yep. And this piece go here. Oh, that's very cute. It's very sweet. It's good to hear. It's always nice to hear when people have a good solid relationship going. Okay. We got these like branch pieces. I think this is like the branch that goes in here. Yeah, is he a mustard man? Hot sauce. Get you a man that could be in the lineup of hot ones. Okay, then I got some of these pegs. Oh, those do not go in easy. I feel like it should have told me to do this before I put these in. There we go. And there, a branch. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Lego piece does its job. There we go. Gotta straighten out these pieces, man. I'm a mess when it comes to this stuff. Leaf. Leaf. Yeah, I do too. I got a preference for small streamers. It's not that I don't dislike big streams, I just feel like I like very chill streams, personally. So I always want to try to keep that vibe when I stream. Like, I'm not a very high energy person. So I don't even try to be like, hey bro, how you going? How's it doing, everybody? It's me. Back at it again with another one. I'm just good with being here, being chill, chatting with you guys, and like doing a little hobby, because I'm more of a hobbies person than a gamer. So it's nice. I like doing this, especially because like currently I usually have like about like 3 to 4 people at a time that pop in, maybe like 2 or 3 chatters at a time, and it's nice and manageable. I can talk to everybody and it feels like I'm not like, or at least I'm trying not to leave anybody out. Yeah, no. This way. Yeah, I like to keep a chill vibe because I think that's just the type of streaming I prefer, because I usually watch a lot of artists or craft people stream, and usually they're just kind of focused on whatever they're doing, and I'm okay with that because that's kind of just what I'm doing. Okay, so now we gotta put this pinhole through that little red pin. right there. Look at that. And then this is a little posable. Not really. The leaves are, though. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. These are so big. Oh, now we got to do the flowers. So now we're getting to the point where I get to use these guys. Gotta roll up my sleeves here. It's entirely unrelated to the stream, but I make music sometimes. I can ever pick up a synth bass to use because they all sound good. Do you have any preferences? Use heavy synth and I can't do wave and square. I don't know the difference between that. What's the difference between wave and square bass? I'm actually curious now. Because I know nothing about making music. And hello, Dylan. I've always been interested in making music. I know a lot of people who do make music. But I've never really had, like, the drive to do it. Oh lord, I popped it off. These are delicate. It's so dainty. Ooh. It's like the tiniest little thing. So tiny. Gotta make 3 of these? Alright, I gotta open the other bag, I think. Oh, I see. Okay, I made a mistake. These are supposed to be yellow. Square is like rough 8-bit sounding, and wave is more smooth. They each have their perks, but they named the shape they make. Ah. I see. See, now I don't know. I would assume probably smooth. Like a wave. Whole hope for hamster. And come to a grand time of us building Lego flowers. And talking about synth bass, which I have no idea about. I'm currently learning about synth bass. But I like both, I assume, because I think I have an idea of the sounds you're talking about. And I have a preference for more synthy stuff, like a bit like rough noise, but I also like really industrial sounds. Like, we're having a chill time now, but like my per se like gym playlist is very chaotic, like high energy. Oh my god, look at these. This is so cute. Yeah, I imagine it's kind of hard to explain without having like a sound bite. I honestly, I could probably look it up. Do I know any languages? No. I'm a true American where all I speak is English. I wish I did though. I mean, I did try, like, you know, school Spanish and everything, and then like I've tried to learn Japanese. Like I have a Genki 1 textbook and workbook that are sitting collecting dust because I got like a quarter way through it, and I realized it's very hard to teach yourself a language. Like just by yourself. This is coming together so well. There. Last one. And I wish I spoke something. Like, I feel like the default answer with VTubers is always like Japanese. I mean, which is kind of true. But I did try. I only got about like, I want to say, I got past like sentence structure. It's when it like the sentence structure got really confusing, and I was trying to teach myself using like the internet and Genki 1 textbook and workbook. It just didn't work out for me. I just had too hard of a time figuring it out. My leaf fell off. That'd definitely be something to try. Oh, I am a woman, by the way. I am a female. I just have a deep voice. So, and my hair is short, so I give kind of an androgynous feel, but I am a female. I think that was alright. I didn't really think about specifying that early on, to be fair. I kind of forgot how androgynous I kind of am, but no, I'm just kind of a tomboy. I thought short hair was cute. But no, here's our stand. Before I forget to show it off, here's our beautiful stand with all these pretty flowers. But no, I'm a female. I'm a girl. But I do definitely have that androgynous vibe going, so that's okay. See, I did do that. I remember when Corona was doing some of her like first English only streams, like when she was playing Mario. That kind of inspired me a lot to pick up Japanese again, because I thought it was just so interesting. Okay, so now I gotta open this other bag. Could do Mongolian throat singing. It's because I have a lot of vocal fry. I've always had a lot of vocal fry in my voice. That just like, blah, 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 blah. It's very natural for me. So I don't even try to do the whole like girly VTuber thing. Like I never tried to be like uber cutesies, because honestly my voice is too low. I'm very, like I can speak all cutesy and I can like connotate nicely, but put you in the container. I just want to get the big pieces out of the way. Okay. So we are finally onto the mantis body. I took Spanish for 2 years and was Duolingo for German in about a week and a half. See, I did try like a tiny bit of German, but because it's very similar to English, and pronunciation was easier than any other language I tried. But it's definitely one of those where just it was easier, but I didn't have the drive to learn it that much. So everything I learned is forgotten. Every time I did Duolingo, it was always like German or Spanish. I did try Japanese at one point, but it wasn't very... it was okay. But I was already at that point, like, looking into other means. Like, I already had my Genki textbook at that point, so I was kind of using that and a couple of, like, writing system... That's not the right piece. A couple of, like, the writing system apps to, like, learn how to do, like, hiragana, katakana, kanji. And I did know all three or not all three, but, you know, like, a basic principle of the first two. And just starting to learn, like, basic elementary kanji, and then I just could not mentally handle it. Like, I couldn't figure it out. It just became, like, too difficult to self-teach. So, it's one of those things where I've always been like, man, if I ever had the opportunity to, like, get a teacher or, like, a tutor to learn, I would love to put the energy into that. Okay, so we got this guy. And I assume we're just going like that. Yes, I do know about the Japanese. I do actually have the Japanese keyboard engaged on my phone because I prefer to use emojicons. I don't like emojis. I'm old school in the sense where I prefer emoticons. Like I was talking about earlier, when Art was here, I was talking about how, like, I don't really do, like, social media. Like, I never really, like, got comfortable with, like, Discord or Snapchat or, like, Facebook or anything like that. Like, I never got comfortable using those sites, so I never did, because I was taught as a kid, like, super duper cybersecurity, which is, like, don't just browse the internet, don't have, like, accounts. So I was kind of used to that. So this is, like, a whole new world to me of, like, being on the internet. But because of that, I kind of prefer to use emoticons still. Like, I don't like emojis. See, I kind of like that setup, though. Like, that old school, like, phone setup of, like, original smartphone, where it was just, like a 9-pad, like a numpad, and then you had to hit the buttons for the numbers. I prefer that. And when I was doing Japanese, I actually, like, when I was learning katakana and stuff, I was using a Japanese keyboard, and it definitely helps remember them better. Like, it oddly works to help you remember that, and you just get the emojicons from the keyboard, which is what I mainly used it for. Oh, we gotta make 2 of these. Oh, and you can do the spaced out type in, that too, yeah. See, I just like how emoticons look. I always thought they had such a better vibe than emojis. Like, to me, an emoji feels soulless when emoticons exist and work perfectly fine. And if honestly, they work better. Like, how are you going to table flip somebody in this day and age? You can't unless you use emoticons. That is true, though. The stone hinge, that is a pretty good one. I can't argue with that. However, like Lenny Face, I love Lenny Face. Stupidest, silliest little thing. Yeah, I have a soft spot for that early that early like internet type of thing where it's just like all emoticons and like really hardcore compressed GIFs. Like early Tumblr. Like like circa 2012 Tumblr. Hell, even sooner than that. Probably like even like late MySpace. Like I was never allowed to necessarily go on the internet, but I definitely did. I just never made accounts. So it was one of those things where like I always peruse the internet, and I know like the weirdest corners of the internet, but I don't like have a footprint. Because I never really made accounts. So this is all very new. DashCon, I remember DashCon. I remember when that happened. Man, I remember early like anime internet, like freaking yaoi paddles at the cons and stuff, and like the the Homestuck Sharpie incident, like that stuff. I remember all that like type of stuff happening. Hell, I remember the Tumblr Bone Witch, which if you don't know about that, that's a very interesting an interesting tale of a lady stealing bones in New Orleans, like human remains, and then selling them on the internet. $10 years ago. Oh my god, I don't want to think about how DashCon was 10 years ago. Yeah, we added leaves. Cute. But yeah, I remember like all that early, like the crazy shit happening on Tumblr back in the day. I remember all that. Oh, you saw the Wang video on that? I also saw the Wang video on that because I remember the Bone Winch incident, but I didn't remember like every detail of it. She's just like famous on Tumblr for being the crazy lady who stole bones out of a New Orleans graveyard. But yeah, most of the like I have this like weird interest in like really obscure internet stuff. Like I really like the weird dark corners of the internet. Ooh. Like not in like the whole true crime podcast kind of way. Like that it's a little bit much for me, but I do like the weird stuff that you see online, like the crazy Reddit stories and like weird threads. I always like that type of stuff. It's interesting content of just how the internet is. Man, at this rate, I think I will have this done in roughly probably about like half hour. I think I could do this in a half hour. And then once I get this done, we'll see how I feel. I might come back on Monday to do the beetle, but we'll see how I feel once I get the mantis done, because I might power through it. I need to make the one man, one jar guy. Oh no. See, I never was allowed to be, like, posting on the internet, but that does not mean I did not see horrible things on the internet. I definitely did. I definitely did see cursed content. That is one of them. Oh, you're good, Awesome Sauce. We're talking about talking about cursed internet content because I was talking about uh, the topic got to Tumblr somehow, and then I brought up the Tumblr Bone Witch, and that kind of derailed us into cursed internet. Which, if you don't know what the Tumblr Bone Witch is, she was a horrible lady who stole bones. By just stealing them from graveyards. And then selling them online for witchcraft. On Tumblr. I remember when that happened. I was talking about, like, older internet stuff. But I do love that type of curse con. This mantis is gonna be freaking huge. I just realized how big the body is. The what? Oh, so I should probably explain. So back on Tumblr, probably like a decade or so ago, there was a witch, who lived in New Orleans, and she commonly used human remains in her rituals, or bones in general. She did like bone magic, I suppose, and being in New Orleans, I don't know if you know, but in New Orleans, they have flooding problems, and so they have above ground graves. So anytime you get buried below ground, usually, your body washes up. And she stole bones, like stole human remains, and then tried to sell them on the internet. I believe she actually successfully sold them on the internet. I don't remember the story fully. It's been a while, but I do remember when that happened because it was like a huge thing of people being like, hey, this person on Tumblr is a grave robber. Commit grave robbery. But it became like a whole thing where like people on Tumblr like sent stuff to like her local, like they figured out where she was and like sent stuff to like her local police department, and they searched her house and found like human bones and animal bones and stuff like in her home. But it was crazy because she said she never dug up graves. She just went around graveyards and found like graves that had like washed up, and then she just took the bones, which is like awful. It's a genuinely horrible thing to do. But yeah, it's one of the things I remember just being on Tumblr. Oh, I do remember the Sally Acorn doll too. Yeah, I did see that one. That guy making that human size Sally doll. I heard that that was not real human remains though. The bones are made of like wood. Like the guy who made it was like, hey, these are just like, I took a human, like a classroom skeleton. Ooh. Oh no. Okay, I see it. 1 second. Anyways, like I was saying, there was a guy on the internet who was making like a living sized doll. And I heard that he actually didn't like, he took like a human skeleton replica and then carved the bones out of wood to get like the most realistic bones he could. How did this go from Legos to grave robbery? The internet. And I'm just like, I'm very chill, but I'm full of cursed knowledge because I consume cursed media. And I just find it very interesting because you see the craziest things. You sure do see the darndest things on the internet. I'm full of cursed knowledge. I know the terrible things that have happened on the internet. My mantis. He's got a body now. I really like how they included the leg bits. Yeah, now we're just talking about Wang videos at this point. Which I do watch pretty regularly. But it is a lot of like that cursed content on the internet where it's like, here's all the horrible things that have happened. But I enjoy weird stuff like that. I don't remember what the Brazilian Sega Dreamcast was though. I do recall though watching, oh, here's that piece I need. I do recall, God, what was it? I also like weird medical ones, where it's like, what happens to your body when you get shocked by lightning? Like, what happens? What happens to you? Very interesting. Like, I like the medical stuff too. I try to keep away from like true crime. I'll mostly just keep an eye on like crazy stuff. Those SCP recap videos. See, I like horror though. I was super into creepypastas and stuff when when those were new. And like just horror stuff. Like I remember when r/no sleep was really popular, like early creepypasta. See, I always really enjoyed that type of stuff. I just have a thing for horror. But I definitely can't play horror games. Like, I remember really enjoying, like, the story of Slenderman, but I never got into, like, playing the game. I do like the SCP stuff. Like, I really like, not like the videos about it, but like I really like the wiki files, like getting to read the files and stuff, like where it's like you can see where it's like got redacted and stuff like that. Also like podcasts doing that stuff is really cool. This mantis is so big. And the back rooms, I always like the back rooms too, like the early back rooms. And I did see that where they found where it was. See, I always like liminal spaces because they're empty. Like, that's the appeal. Like, if you had a liminal space full of people, that's... Like, an empty mall is so cool, much cooler to me. I just find it to be neat. But I also grew up in a place that had a lot of, like, decaying buildings and stuff, so that was also very normal. Also really like cryptids. Like, I've always really been into, like, Mothman and, like, Bigfoot. Or, like, the Fresno Nightwalker. I love that guy. He's so cute. Oh, there was recent news about the Slenderman stabbing. That's another thing I kept up with because I'm, like, almost the same age as, one of the girls. And so I remember when that happened, how when it was major news, every school, like my school, was like super freaked out because there was definitely a group of kids that was into creepypasta. And they knew it. And so they like they wrangled us all together and they were like, hey guys, it's not real. And I remember just being like, well, yeah, I know it's not real. I didn't stab nobody. But I used to like make, like the Slenderman notes and hide them in the woods and stuff. Because I thought it was just cool. But I did hear one of the girls is getting out of jail because I guess she's on good behavior. Like she's remorseful for what she done and everything, and she realized, you know, she's was mentally ill and vulnerable at that time, so she's remorseful for what she did. So they're considering letting her out because, you know, she was like, they were like 12 when that happened. So I guess they're kind of just like, hey, guess you can go. Look, we're giving him his arms. He's got arms. I never enjoyed mascot horror, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I remember when Five Nights at Freddy's 1 came out, I was like, this game is not gonna last. And it exploded. Like, I was not aware there was more than 2 games, or 3 games. Like, I remember the first game, and I remember, you know, it existing. And I was like, oh cool, okay. You know, YouTuber Amnesia game of the year, and it blew itself out of water. Really crazy, like more than I expected. So I just never kept up with it. But now I keep thinking maybe I should, considering how big it is. But I've never, like, been into that type of... Oh my god, look at the arm. It's so cool. Yeah, I was never really huge about that type of horror. Do I need to make 2 of these? Yes. But I always like more subtle horror. Like, I kind of really enjoy like Aoni, like those older, like Source, or not Source Filmmaker, but RPG Maker horror games, like when those popped off. I really like those. All the different types of Aoni. There's some leaks that FNAF is coming into Fortnite. Oh no. Well, I mean, that is the demographic. Like my arms, my little... We got the little chompies. If Peter Griffin can make it into Fortnite, then Five Nights at Freddy's is easy. Very true. Oh, this is so cool. Look. He's so big. He's got the mandibles. Oh, they move together. That's so cool. Evangelion, they should. Man, I got a weird history with Evangelion. Because, like, I watched it at, like, the worst point in time in my life. And it, like, mentally broke me for a hot minute. Like, I saw the original and I saw the movie. Because I was unaware of, like, the different versions. Like, the different, like, plot lines that are in some of the movies and stuff. So I just watched, like, the original show and the first movie. And that was it. And it was just, like, it... I think I mentally got worse for, like, 3 months after that. Like, I was just not okay after I watched Evangelion. Claw? I have never seen this Lego piece before in my life. Oh, this freaking thing doesn't even look like a Lego. Oh wait, there's a gun? Look at that. They'll still use guns in Legos, but only if they're for filler pieces. It's supposed to have a good message. I know, but I was just like, I remember the scene in particular. What gets me is like, I remember the scene where Shinji's like having the mental breakdown. And he was like, he's going over like, what is it worth living? And I remember like, that majorly messed with my mind. Like, and he was just like very depressed, and he was like, I don't know what to live for anymore. And like, it cuts to like, that's that like whole scene where the animation like gets really weird and it's like all sketchy, and he's like in the blank room and everything. And he's like, how can I stand if there's like no ground, if I don't ground myself and I don't exist? I remember seeing that scene. And well, that and like how that even Galeon is like such a shell shock for the first time for sure. Like, you watch that movie and you just kind of sit there afterwards and you're like, what happened? What was that? But on rewatching, I enjoyed it. It was just definitely that first time I watched it, it like affected me more than I was considerably expecting. Same thing with Vinland Saga. Like, I recently watched Vinland Saga when it came out. Like, I was really into season 1 when it came out, but when season 2 dropped, when he's like going through the whole I have no enemies thing, like his personal growth of becoming like a slave and everything, that was really sentimental to me, because his whole like I don't have any enemies, but like going through his whole little depressive episode. I don't know. I like a good show. Like I read Vagabond, which is like a samurai anime or manga, and that was another one of those that like kind of changed my perspective for a while afterwards. The scene where he has a mental breakdown and is depressed basically every episode. Very true. But I really enjoyed Evangelion, like rewatching it, but like the first time I saw it, I was just like not I was not doing okay. And so it really left a weird feeling every time I like rewatched it. I've kind of gotten over that now, but like for a while, every time I watched it, I was like a little depressed for a bit. Crowbars. I got freaking gold crowbars. And bronze guns. Almost done. All these legs. But no, like I was saying, I read Vagabond, and that's about, you know, a samurai man learning how to live life. And very interesting story. I don't want to like spoil it or anything, but that was another one of those things where I read it and it like changed my perspective on stuff, like on how I like view life for a hot minute. This praying mantis is loaded. This praying mantis is insane. 2 gold crowbars, 4 guns. Like, they don't make these anymore just for guns. They only use them for like decoration now. Almost got all these legs. Oh, great. Leggies. It's kind of making you build all the separate pieces and then putting it together at the end. I think it's his head. Woo. Yeah, this has to be his head. Oh, yeah. This is an American mantis. There's his head. Wait, where does this piece go? It's gotta go up under here. Oh, hey, Art. This is so weird. Like putting the crowbars as his like for his antenna. They're like posable too. Is he supposed to be this way or this way? Oh, he's supposed to be this way. They're so precarious. Not very sturdy. Okay, I think I got him. Put the triangle on his head. Now we can put him together. Let's put his head on first. Oh, that is so cool. Alright, let me put his legs on. He is just a little guy. He's got guns for feet. This thing is so intricate. The legs especially move. Like, they got a lot of range of motion. Like, look at that. You could really, like, pose these legs. This thing is so intricate. Oops, shit, it popped. Maybe it's not that flexible. Don't think I've ever seen a wild one. I don't think I've ever seen one either. They're pretty hard to find, aren't they? They kind of hide. I would cry if I saw a mantis this big in person. I'm trying to like pose these legs a little hard. Oh, that is so cool. He holds up on his own. Look at that. That is so cool. This is probably like one of the most intricate but simple Legos I've ever built. Like, he's so posable. This Lego set does not disappoint me at all. Like, every time I build one of these, I'm like in awe. Oh, and then I forgot his torso is posable. You can bring his like torso front and back, so you can make him like you can really have fun with him, bend him around. He's so cute. He's such a charming fellow. Alright, let's try to get him on the stand. Alright, you have a good night. You enjoy your weekend. This is really intricate. Like, I'm gonna lift this up in a second once I get it all posed up, but like, look at that. That is insane. That is so intricate. Like, that is crazy. And you could technically just take him off his stand and pose him too. That is so cool. crazy. Alright. How long did that take me? About an hour, 45 minutes? Alright. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the base for the beetle, but do the beetle itself later. Because I don't think this beetle is gonna be pretty intense. Let me look at the manual. Because that mantis took a lot more brain power than I was thinking. But I got him done roughly around the time I was thinking of. So let me just peruse. Because, like, look at the difference. I don't know if you can, like, fully see, but, like, this is significantly thicker than this one. Let me see how many this has. This has 39 pages. So, like, 40. This one has 63. So it's got quite a bit more steps. Let me see how many steps are just base. It's just bag 3 alone is going to be the base. Oh, that's new. A lot of building the thickest bits. Like, look, you gotta build like this weird inner piece. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save this for later. We'll do this Monday. So, I guess that's that. Well, good night, Dylan. And good night to everybody else. But I think we're gonna save that for Monday. It's already pushing it. And this took so much more energy than I thought. Have you seen the retired bird set? Oh, I think I did. They retired those already? There's another retired set that I really want. It's a Fiat, like it's a car. It's super cute, but they retired it like 2 or 3 years ago, and I really, really want one. But I think I have seen the bird. But yeah, I think we're good for tonight. And I'll come back Monday to do the last one. We'll make this a nice little 3-parter, because I feel like it's nice and equal. So yeah. I hope everybody enjoys their weekend. And I will be back Monday, same time. We'll do the beetle. And then we'll be done with the set, and then I'll show off all 3. Then I'll probably make like a short about it or something. But yeah. So, good night. A nighty night. And goodbye. Okay. Bye-bye. Just like yesterday, I'm gonna hit the off button now. Okay. See ya. They made the Fiat in 2 colors. Oh, I do. Okay, yes. I do recall they made it in blue. But I want the yellow one. Anywho. Alright. Good night, George Lucas. Mr. Lucas himself. Dylan, who probably already left by now. Whoever else is still here. I hope everybody has a very nice weekend. And we'll be back. So, goodbye.